Hey, CrossFitters, welcome back. This is Coach Bob at CrossFit Glen Burnie and Maryland Strong Fitness and Nutrition. And today we're going to be sharing with you 5 tips for navigating a healthy holiday. So stay tuned. We've got a lot of great information for you to help you survive this holiday, have fun, and stay consistent with our health and fitness. So, hey, can you believe it? The holiday season has arrived, and wow, that was fast. So when you think of the holidays, what comes to mind? Well, hopefully friends and family made the top 3 list, but undoubtedly some of you thought about the hustle, the bustle, the stress, the late nights, the food, but more specifically, the treats and maybe the alcohol too. Hey, after working on our health and wellness goals for weeks and even a few months, the holiday season seems to feel a little like we get derailed. But what if I told you, this year you could stay on track and still avoid and still not avoid, but still enjoy everything the season has to offer? Well, anyway, thank you guys so much. We're going to be going over this nutrition talk together. My name is Bob Gillingham. I'm the owner at CrossFit Glen Burnie and Maryland Strong Fitness and Nutrition. And today we're going to share these 5 tips for navigating a healthy holiday. So here, at CrossFit Glen Burnie and Maryland Strong Fitness and Nutrition, we're focusing on a habit-based approach to help our individuals get a plan that's just right for them. And we're going to work together on utilizing a lot of different tools and resources to build your nutrition foundation and create a sustainable plan. Along with our tools and resources, we know how important support and accountability is when it comes to our long-term goals, which is why we will be with you every step of the way. So our nutrition program is backed by Healthy Steps Nutrition. They have helped over 30,000 people worldwide take control of their health. And here are just a few of our incredible success stories. And we've helped many individuals reach their goals with nutrition and fitness. Alrighty. If you've ever felt derailed or experienced weight gain during the holiday season, know that you are not alone. There was a scientific review article, and it found that in various studies that they looked at, the holiday season starting around Thanksgiving and going all the way through the second week of January, that people typically were gaining about a couple pounds during the holidays on average. And, so it's not really surprising that, a number of us really can struggle during the holidays and are gaining weight. So you may be wondering, how can you enjoy the holidays and still stay on track to achieve your goals? So we're going to dive into these 5 tips for navigating the holiday season. Tip number 1, remember your why. Behind every goal, there is an emotion of how we want to feel when we achieve that goal. For example, when we work with our nutrition clients looking to lose weight, there's a reason why they want to lose that weight. And typically they tell us they want to feel more confident in their skin and have more energy. So why is our why important enough to be tip number 1? Well, one study explored the interconnections between goal setting and individual personality factors. And for 10 weeks, they had 41 participants receive goal plans that were either set by supervisors or chosen by the participants themselves, and the results revealed that participants with a greater understanding of why the goal was necessary for them had more chances of being successful. So take a moment to jot down your why and then answer why 3 times. Here's an example. Goal: I want to lose 10 pounds. Why? Well, so I can fit in those old clothes I have in the back of my closet. Yeah, but why are those clothes so important? Well, I see a picture of myself wearing them and I think, oh man, that would be really good. But why is wearing those clothes and looking good important? Okay, all right. If I lose 10 pounds and fit back into those clothes, I'm going to feel more comfortable and confident in my own skin. So you see, this is the goal that we want to do. We want to continuously check in on our why. That's what's so important. This is going to lead us to truly understanding that strong emotional connection. And for some, it may only take 3 lines, and others, you may need a few more. To get started, just take a moment. Maybe you want to pause this video and jot down your goal and your why. So go ahead and pause that video and you go jot down your goals and your why. Once you uncover your understanding of your why, think about writing it down somewhere or having it a symbol of it in a place that you're going to see every day as a reminder to keep you motivated. Maybe write it on a paper that goes on your fridge or your mirror, and maybe it's that goal outfit that you're thinking about, and that's going to remind you of it. Tip number 2 is staying consistent. The magic pill for long-term success, well, there's no magic pill, but consistency gets close. Consistent actions lead to lasting results. Even during a season of traveling, treats, and gathering, it's important to stay consistent with your routine. So take a moment and reflect upon these questions. Number 1, do you have a daily routine? How many days a week do you stay active? Do you have a morning and an evening routine? So here's some pro tips for you when it comes to staying consistent during the holiday season. First, block out time on your calendar to stay active. Take a look at your busy holiday schedule. Can you find 2 or 3 days each week that you can block them out and give your body time to move? And this can be any movement, right? Maybe you're in a place or at a home where you can go to the gym. That's great. But if you're traveling without that option, block out time to go for a walk with loved ones. Next, I want you to block out time on your calendar to pick what meals you're going to eat for the week and shop for those ingredients. Not only will you find yourself staying on track if you plan out your meals during the holiday weeks, but this will allow you to stay consistent with your eating even on days like we had in Thanksgiving or during the Christmas and New Year's holidays as well. Lastly, stay consistent with your sleep. The holiday season brings late nights. We're having fun and we aren't getting enough sleep. And when we're not getting enough sleep, this might lead to a decrease in our ability to properly and efficiently digest foods and beverages we consume, which may leave us feeling bloated. One of the best things that you can do for your body is being mindful about getting at least 6-7 hours of sleep every night. All right, tip 3, plan ahead. So, a goal without a plan is just a wish. So in this busy season, it's easy to let your health and fitness slip to the back burner, but having a plan, you're able to set yourself up for success. Plan out your meals and snacks for the week. Yeah. Sit down, write it out. If you're traveling, what great lean and shelf-stable proteins can you bring to stay on track? When I travel, I grab a few RX bars and some turkey jerky, beef jerky, and things like that, and pack them away because I know I can get that good protein source and it's going to be ready for me. Be sure to also schedule time to go grocery shopping, and if possible, if possible, to get some groceries so that that you have some great options to help you to stay on track. And remember, when we talked about staying consistent with eating, even on days like the Christmas holidays, what did we mean by this? Well, one of the biggest mistakes we see people is changing their routines to save up for that big meal, right? Also known as skipping breakfast, lunch, and snacks and waiting for the feast. So when you skip meals, you're actually increasing your chances of falling off track. We'd rather you stay consistent with your eating. As we starve our bodies, we're going to enter dinner time feeling overly hungry, and this may lead to eating faster and definitely over-consuming. Instead, plan out a balanced breakfast, have a nice balanced lunch, focus on lean proteins and veggies. My favorite breakfast is an omelet with all the chopped veggies and ham. It's real easy to make, and it's satisfying and keeps me full and consistent throughout the day. And if you stay consistent with your eating routine, it'll be easier to stay mindful and on track. And remember, meals like during the holidays are just like any other dinner time. Step number 4, remember the plate method, guys. No matter where you are or what you're making for dinner, keeping the plate method in mind makes it easier to stay on track. So, the plate method is going to be filling half of our plate with those non-starchy vegetables, a quarter with lean protein, and a quarter with the starchy carbs that have those healthy fats in it, and with healthy fats. And if you remember, tip 2 and 3, you should be going into any special holiday meal fueled and mindful. So when you step up to the table or counter to grab your food, maybe you're ordering out at a restaurant, aim to recreate this picture. Here are some pro tips. Eat your starchy veggies first. Next, eat your protein. Eat your non-starchy veggies first, not your starchy veggies, your non-starchy veggies, eat your protein, and then save the starch until the end. And remember, slow down. Our brain is 15 minutes behind our bellies, folks. And if you still feel hungry, go back, get some more veggies. All right, the last tip is staying mindful. We know how highly restrictive diets and mindsets are not sustainable. So this often leads to that yo-yo dieting we often hear about. Why does that happen? If you have kids or you remember being one, do you remember when you were told you can't do something or have something? Do you remember hyper-focusing on that? It's the same thing when we tell ourselves we can't have something like pie, cookies, or that blanket statement of having 0 sugar. We'll start to think more and more about the cravings until finally willpower gives in and we succumb to what often looks like over-consuming. So do you want to have a treat? Great. Have it and move on. This is a season of some sweets and treats. Instead of feeling deprived that you can't have something and then overeating later, have a little bit and move on. It's okay to enjoy a treat. I've got a podcast out there that I can recommend for you guys that'll really help out. So for more great tips, check out episode 42 from Healthy Steps Nutrition Made Simple podcast. And at this point, you should be getting some good ideas. Hopefully you were able to write these ideas down, because with all of the misinformation out there, we know that this can feel overwhelming. And to start building your foundation, we've got a few principles that we're going to share with you. These are the Healthy Steps Nutrition principles that have helped so many people take control of their health, one habit at a time. So number 1, add more whole foods to your diet. This is simply the biggest thing, and it's on the top of my list. Whole foods, those are the ones without the labels, usually the produce, not in a box. Start choosing those whole food options and less processed foods that are packed with sodium, fat, sugar, and everything else. A simple way to start this is by reshaping your plate with the plate method. We already talked about this. Half of that plate with non-starchy vegetables, 1/4 lean protein, and a quarter starchy carbs, and mindful healthy fats. Remember to recreate this during the holiday meals. All right, number 2 principle from Healthy Steps Nutrition is focus on the balance. When we say balance, we mean, does every meal and snack you consume throughout the day contain a carbohydrate, a protein, and a fat? Pairing each meal and snack with all 3 of these macronutrients will keep you feeling fuller longer. Number 3 principle, limit the added sugar. The American Heart Association, no more than 6 teaspoons for women and 9 for men. The average person consumes over 150 pounds of sugar per year. That's 46 teaspoons per day. It's not surprising. Sugar is super addicting and feels hidden in almost every food product you find on the shelves at the store. All right, we've got some frequently asked questions that we just want to go through, see if you have any of these as well. So, what should I eat around my workouts? Fueling around your workouts to gain muscle, lose fat, increase energy, or really any health and fitness goal is important. So, aim to have some healthy carbs and protein before and after your workout. If you don't put gas in your car, you wouldn't expect it to go anywhere, would you? So don't run your body on empty. My favorite pre-workout fuel is applesauce with a little bit of whey protein mixed in. And we also have some egg egg muffins recipes on the website, which are super yummy and easy to pack. My favorite post-workout fuel is non-fat Greek yogurt with a handful of blueberries and maybe some healthy nuts like pecans mixed in. All right, here's another question that we get a lot. What if I don't like veggies? I've heard this so many times, and maybe you feel this way too, but I want to challenge you and ask, what if you just haven't found the way that you like them? Roasting your veggies for a nice crunch rather than a mushy vegetable is one way. Adding good seasoning for flavor can also help out. And you can be excited for even finding ways to sneak them into recipes, and even smoothies is a great way to get more vegetables into your diet. All right, where should I start? Another great question. I want you to start with one thing at a time, okay? So just so we don't get overwhelmed. Maybe it's something you already have in mind, or maybe it's one of the things we discussed today, but the best and the fastest way to reach your goals is to work one-on-one with one of our nutrition coaches to build an individualized plan just for you. And then we're going to work with you every step of the way. So here's the deal. There's never a perfect time to get started. There's always something that's going to come up and get in the way. Look, you have to make a commitment to yourself. It's simple, not easy, but we're here to help you guys out. And if you're thinking this all sounds great, but I don't even know where to start, or I really just need someone to help me to create a plan that's realistic for me, or in someone to keep me accountable, we would love to help you out. That's where we're going to basically be meeting you and working with you every step of the way. So, today we learned 5 easy steps when navigating for a healthy holiday. Remember to start with your why, stay consistent, plan ahead, use the plate method, and stay mindful. So, if you have some questions, please share them here in the comments, or send us a message, or catch us in the gym, talk to one of our coaches. We're looking forward to helping you out. I hope you took a lot away from our nutrition talk today, because so many people struggle to stay on track and motivated this time of year. With these 5 easy tips, I know that you can feel confident during the holiday season. Again, thank you for joining us. And if you're looking for additional help to dive into your nutrition to reach those short and long-term goals, be sure to schedule a free intro today. Sit down, coffee with a coach to get started with one of our amazing nutrition coaches. Happy holidays, and we'll see you next time.